it's been such a long time and I've missed you, I've missed you, I've missed you. At last, and I do apologise, it really has been a long time. But I now have moved across the water, across the oceans, across the world to another place. You never know where you're going to find me. And here I am. It's a sunny spot in the middle of a distant world. And it's a wonderful, brave new world, and I can't give you too many details about where I am, because that would be cheating, wouldn't it? But I can tell you a little bit about where I actually am. I can give you a hint. And I would like to show you the most delicious and fantastic bowl full of dates. So therefore, that gives you an idea about where we are. Now, in this fantastic bowl of dates, you see two kinds of dates. You see a light and a dark date. I have no idea what the difference is, only I can't eat the light one. They don't taste nice. But the dark ones are fantastic. And they're so delicious that they taste as though they've been taken to a factory and dipped in honey. But I believe they are totally natural. And today, I was only just reading that the dates in the Bible, the honey in the Bible, people say, come from dates. That is lovely. But anyway, this is my new kitchen, isn't it lovely? On the top of the world, in the middle of nowhere. Lovely. Very happy here. Lots of exciting new concepts. And today, because it's such a hot day, I think it's about 45, 50. Today, my day began, I thought you might be vaguely amused, because it has been a long time and I have missed you, with waking up at, I think, 3:30 this morning, with some anxiety. One has anxieties, even here. And the result was that at 4:45, just as the dawn was breaking, I went with the dog and walked by the sea for about an hour. And that was a very invigorating way to begin a day. So that's how my day began. I now wear tennis shoes when I walk around the house, so that I'm ready for off at any moment. So, yes, my charming and lovely new kitchen for you to see, very different from my Oxford and my Surrey kitchens, but welcome, just take a pew and relax. And I'd like to begin with a little warning. I have scalded my fingers on top of a pan with steam coming out, so do remember that steam can be very, very vigorous and cruel and nasty. Burns are nasty. Right, now today I am going to attack the cabbage, the red cabbage. Now, my mother, my sweet mother, used to say that she always believed there was a God when she opened a cabbage and saw all the detail within it, and she said, this is so beautiful, God must exist. And I feel that about those dates. You know, anything so lovely as that, which suddenly appears in one's kitchen and comes off a tree and is brought up by some delightful man called Raju. You know, there must be a God. It can't just happen. Of course. I don't say prayers. I'm not a religious person. No, I am religious. I'm massively religious, but I don't pray. Now, I want to tell you something about a red cabbage. Look at this wonderful creature. Now, if you want a blue vegetable, if you wake up one morning and you think, I want a blue vegetable, you can get it. There is such a thing. Steam that and it'll turn blue. A lovely blue. And the water will turn blue as well. So if you want blue water, I don't know, you might suddenly need a bit of blue water. Then steam a red cabbage and it turns blue. So we're going to make this red cabbage and cucumber salad. So let us now do the difficult thing, and as you know, I'm not much of a cutter, but I have to cut things up. So that is the secret of salad. Small pieces, even if you're feeling in a big, expansive mood, no, get small. And that requires a good knife, not a bad one. I've only got one knife here. This is a household of one knife, and difficult to find another. There are certain things that disappear in this household and then come back. It's one of those rather eccentric kind of households, but anyway, I'm trying to keep it under control. I hope you're close enough to me. I feel you're too far away, but I suppose you're... Shall I move you? I feel I'm going to move you. It's this incredible magnetic camera, but I just feel a little bit far away from you. So if you wouldn't mind if I move you just a little bit closer so that I'm a bit nearer. I feel a little bit too far from you. Anyway, there we are, cutting things very, very small and not cutting one's fingers, because of course safety before everything. Now that's far too big a piece. So take it back again and just be patient. As you know, I hate cutting. So sometimes in my life, in my multiple life, I've had a cutter. I've had somebody, and this sounds incredibly spoiled, it's not meant to, who's done my cutting. But at the moment, or today, I don't. So I'm doing it myself. And besides, most people don't have cutters or people who cut. But as you know, I find that a massive labour. Now this cabbage has gone a little bit sort of tired. So don't forget, for God's sake, cut off the tired bits before you get too tired, and cut off the tough bits, because you don't want it to be too tough, you see. You could preserve some of the tough bits for your blue vegetable baking if you want to. Anyway, there am I, keeping on going with this, and I've nearly got to the end of this. It's quite a labour. Now, the next step, I'm putting it into the wrong bowl, by the way. I mean to put it into a mixing bowl. Sorry, this is very important. Please use a different kind of bowl. So there we go. It goes into, this is my mixing bowl at the moment. I don't know where the other one is. So the next step, and this is why it's a bit more exciting this time, is to peel those sweet cucumbers. Now, I find that dogs love cucumbers. I don't know if any of you know that. And of course, they should be cut very, 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 very small. And very slightly. But I don't, you see. The original Miseria is paper thin stuff. But I haven't got the time. Have you got the time to make something paper thin? No, I haven't got the time. I've just got to get on with it. One is in a rush. And therefore, one has to be a bit rough and ready, which is what daily life, daily cooking, real life, is about. So again, I feel quite brave talking to you and cutting at the same time, so I should really concentrate. Oops, here comes dog. Dog and husband. And as you can see, you can't see the dog enjoying.
Just feeding the dog, so I just had a...
He's quite a normal
It's what last time they called it a cameo appearance.
Yes, it's definitely a cameo appearance. He's feeding dog, and dog is having a lovely time eating a cucumber. So there we are. Thank you for your cameo. If you just close the door. He's just part of the happy scenario. So there we are. As you can see, I have got a summer dress on, a lovely, lovely sort of batik dress, which I absolutely adore, and I live in this dress. I absolutely live in it. In terms of jewellery, just since we're on the subject, I went the other day to the Armenian jewellers, and I gave them 3 bits of jewellery. I gave them my pearl necklace, rather badly, because the clasp was broken typically. The emerald has come apart and the pearls are... And the first thing he said is, I have to tell you that it's not real. Now this was a bit worrying, because darling Michael, he not as though he gave it to me, but it was part of the heirloom that I inherited from his dear family. And shall I be telling you this story? Yes, why not? So he said, it's not real. The pearl necklace is not real. So that was a little bit of a disappointment. And I gave him a lovely little jade necklace to fix, and thank goodness the jade was real. Don't know how I got onto the Armenians, but one does. So the next thing is to make a sauce, isn't it? So you want to make a sauce for I'm just desperately trying to find a bowl. Given the nature of this household, it's very odd that we're so short of things like bowls. But there we are. And I'm doing it in the wrong thing. You should never, ever, ever mix anything up in your saucepan. But I can't find my bowls. Remember the salts in Oxford? Here it's the bowls. Now, you have to make the sauce. So what you do, you get your lovely creamy classic. Now this is a new kind of mayonnaise, which I get here. It's called creamy classic. Now the fun thing about mayonnaise is that we've got a rather important man coming to lunch tomorrow, and guess what his request was? No mayonnaise. And I thought that was fascinating from a man. He just didn't want any mayonnaise. Never heard of that before. Didn't want any mayonnaise, so obviously I get the mayonnaise to play with, since it's not going to be used. And then the next thing is I have some lovely full-fat, fresh cow yogurt. So as you see, I put 2 big spoons of fresh, silky mayonnaise, and then I put about 3 spoons of this yogurt. Very nice it is too. And I dunk it in there, a bit of dunking going on, and then I do a little mad stirring. And then, a few secrets. I may have to put a bit more yogurt, but I have this fantastic apple cider vinegar. Now, I am very, very partial to this. This will heal you if you have kidney disease. Mix that I mean, a urine infection, so sorry to talk about these things, but you know, mix that with lemon and oil, olive oil, you're going to be cured. I mean, I've drunk that. Every time I've had bad pain in the lower back, which comes from kidneys, I've drunk that apple cider. Pour apple cider on your head if your child has dandruff. Psh, on it goes. And I did that with Wendy in Serbia. We were sitting in our study and I was pouring this on her head, doing her hair, and the lightning came flashing through the window for the first time I've ever in my life and struck a zigzag in just the place where I would normally be sitting had I not been doing her hair, because I'd moved to another sofa to do it. So in fact, this bottle saved my life. And other things, I mean, the interesting thing is this is a country where we don't have alcohol for sale, and yet you can get it. It's called apple cider vinegar. It's a funny sort of thing, and it says organic, raw, unfiltered, and then it says with the mother. What on earth can that mean? But then it says unpasteurised, which I think is odd for cider vinegar, and at the bottom it says Health Crusaders, and I read Health Crusaders since, and it says 1912, but I sort of read 1219, bit dyslexic, and I thought, gosh, it's something to do with the Crusaders, you know, this is anyway, whatever. Apple cider vinegar, perfect. Drink it. It's also good for blood pressure. I can't remember whether it pushes the blood pressure up or lowers it, but it's good for the blood pressure. And just generally, in your lonely mood, have a swig of apple cider vinegar. Anyway, I'm just going to say, pour a bit in there, swig it in, and then I think I'm definitely going to need some yogurt, some more yogurt, and some more mayonnaise. And be brave and open up this fantastic, lovely, fresh, local yogurt. And spoon, I've run out of spoons, so knife a bit in. Can you see this? Knifing in your yogurt. Oh gosh, what a mess I'm making. Sorry. And then we put some fantastic olive oil. So, where are we? Oil, vinegar, yogurt and mayonnaise. Now, a nice bit of tasting. Tastes all right, bit insipid. Don't know why it's insipid. Okay. So, what you do is you get this lovely, lovely, super gungy, whitey. Can you see it? Isn't it lovely? Mayonnaise. I hope it's working. Never know whether it is or it isn't. Crumbs. Jessie, Gwendy! Help! So you've got this lovely gungy mixture. I mean, you've got your cucumbers. The beauty of that is intense. The beauty of my necklace is intense, but we can't eat that. Somebody made that for me. Isn't it lovely? Lovely. Look. Isn't that scrumptious? Isn't that gorgeous? And that is ready for serving, actually, rather
I
than
think this is something I've eaten before.
I think you have. You've eaten all my stuff before. 25 years of marriage. And you've never said a bad thing about my cooking. Come into my table. May I just wipe your sweet?
Thank you very much.
Did you enjoy that?
Very much, very good.
Good.
I think it's a very good combination. Well, I think it's absolutely perfect. I mean, I can't rate it less than 10. I mean, it's perfect.
Thank you. You really love it, don't you, darling?
Yes.
And it's so simple.
Yeah, it's marvellous.
Very well. Until next time.